Hey guys, it's me Presley and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, comment, like this video, and give it a huge thumbs up and click the bell icon so you'll get notified when I post a brand new video. Sorry if this lighting is really bad, but I'm going to tell, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be giving my opinion on what the Elf on the Shelf does when it goes to the North Pole, or like what some tips that you should know if you get an Elf on the Shelf. So let's get to it. A bunch of you are wondering, does she have an elf on the shelf? Yes, I do, and I'll show you. I have two. I have a teeny elf. He's kind of like a baby, but he's not. I have a normal elf on the shelf, and then I like another little one. I have Harold is the baby one, and I have Elfie, which aka Star. Her name is Star, but we call her Elfie, so you get the memo. So I'll show you them. Today they came yesterday, but today they hide it in this little cabin. So as you can see, that's Harold, and this is my other elf. She's wearing a skirt. And then, so that one has white. It's not official, but they all move. And yeah, and I'll show you where they hid yesterday. The elf came, which is on Thanksgiving. She always comes on Thanksgiving. So she put the book down there, and she was sitting on here and holding Harold in her arms and wrote this: "Hi Presley, thanks for being a good girl." So now I'm going to tell you some tips. Right, so some tips, not really, tips that you should know. Or I know you all probably know this, but you do not touch the Elf on the Shelf if you're a kid. You can touch the Elf on the Shelf if you're an adult, but only for emergencies. You can't just touch them whenever you want. You can't, only for an emergency, like getting them out of the box and setting them somewhere. The kids shouldn't. Kids should never touch the Elf on the Shelf, or they will lose their magic, and they won't move, they won't do anything, and it won't be fun. And so you really don't want to touch the Elf on the Shelf. And promise me when I say that, don't touch the Elf on the Shelf. All right, next, if you want to put clothes on the Elf on the Shelf, but you're like, I have to touch her, you really don't have to. You can just set it next to them, the clothes, and they'll put it on themselves. So you don't have to touch them to do that. I've seen some people do, but I really don't think so. They're just touching them all over, and the kids should not do that. And don't really put the clothes on her yourself, because she'll probably not necessarily lose her magic, but it's just bad, because you should only touch an Elf on the Shelf if it's an emergency, if the parents do it. So if you want to set clothes on her, like the skirt, we also have like a jersey for her, and we just sat it right next to her, and she put it on herself. And so it's easy as that. Now I'm going to give my opinion on what I think she does when she goes to the North Pole. I think when she goes to the North Pole, all she does is report to Santa and comes right back. But they do it really fast, like a quick second. Because one time, Harold, before I had Elfie, because we got Harold, not before Elfie, we had Elfie like for 5 years now. We just got Harold this year, and so I got him before Thanksgiving, and so he just stayed with us. He's like, might as well stay. And so when I wasn't even sleeping yet, because I didn't have school the next day, but I guess he thought I did, I came back at 9 o'clock at night, and he moved. That means he already went to the North Pole and back. So that means they go super fast. So, and I'm just saying, if you catch your elf moving, just please don't set up cameras. It makes them feel uncomfortable. And you're probably asking, well, how do you know all this stuff? Because I've looked it up, and I've had my elf for 5 years, and I know what to do and what not to do. I have not touched the elf in my entire I've never touched my elves. And I've touched Harold once when we got him in the cart, but the lady said you could touch Harold, but I don't do it either way because I think it's just rude. So I don't touch him or Elfie, so, I don't do that. And those are pretty much some tips and what I think they do. I really want to get the reindeer, the reindeer little magical thing, so that my elves can ride on that or something. So if I keep looking over there, I'm looking at them and trying to think of more stuff. I'm going to get the jersey and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the jersey. It's kind of a weird situation right here, but I'll fix that. So this is what it looks like. It has a 0 and some snowflakes, and then on the back it says Team Elf, which is really cute. And I'm just trying to figure out this side because it's supposed to look like that side, but I can't get it to look like that side. So this is confusing me, so. Oh, maybe that's how it works. Oh, I did it. Oh wait, no I didn't. I'm so confused. Ah, just squirted on me. Okay, so they barely attach, and then the rest attaches, kind of. Okay, I give up. I'm just gonna have my mom do it. So this is what it looks like. It's really cute, and so yeah, she'll put it on herself. And that's pretty much some tips for you all. So if you get an Elf on the Shelf, which you should because they're so much fun, I'm going to tell you what some of the things my elf did so that you can, if you want an Elf on the Shelf, convince your mom what to do, tell her what my elf did. My elf has done a lot of crazy stuff. She took like a toothpick and 2 marshmallows and put them on there. It's like she was lifting weights. It was funny. Another time she filled a cup with marshmallows and put it next to the bathtub like she was taking a bath. She put flour all over our island and was making a snow angel. I think she made a pooping trail once. She put little Hershey's Kisses everywhere where she was like sitting and it was like pooping. It was funny. My elf was pretty funny. She did some crazy things during the December holiday. She starts doing funny stuff when it's December, so she's getting close. But yeah, so those are some tips and tricks. I hope you guys get an Elf on the Shelf. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.